Buying a beachfront condo in Destin sounds like a dream, right? Waking up to the sound of the Gulf, walking straight out to the sand, and maybe even generating some solid rental income when you're not using it. But before you get caught up in the excitement, I want to walk you through what it really takes to buy smart, because a beachfront property comes with its own set of challenges. I'm Danny Margagliano with World Impact Real Estate and DestinPropertyExpert.com. I've lived in the Destin area since 2008 and have helped hundreds of people, mostly out-of-state buyers, find the right beachfront condo that matches both their lifestyle and their investment goals. So let's dig into what it takes to buy a beachfront condo in Destin like a pro. Let's start with the biggest misconception. What counts as beachfront? Not all listings that say beachfront actually are beachfront. You'll see terms like Gulf view, Gulf access, and even just steps to the beach, but those can all be objective definitions. Some condos are directly on the sand with unobstructed views. Others are across the street, and some only have angled views or peekaboo shots between buildings. If you're paying top dollar, you should know exactly what you're getting. When I'm working with buyers, I can verify the condo and balcony views, or I can do a video walkthrough of the balcony and unit so you can see what that view actually looks like. Because let's be real, no one wants to show up for their first day and realize the Gulf view was actually just a reflection off the neighbor's window. Now let's talk about the buildings themselves. Destin offers a variety of condo types, including high-rises, mid-rise, low-rises, townhome style condos, and everything in between. High-rise buildings often come with additional amenities such as elevators, fitness centers, pools, and front desk services. Low-rise or mid-rise condos may sacrifice features like covered parking, tennis courts, and other amenities. But here's the catch. Many times, low-rise condos may still have higher HOA fees. This is because they are lower density and have to split the expenses between fewer people. However, having fewer people is also a significant draw for those seeking more privacy and fewer crowds. This brings me to a big one. How you plan to use the condo. Are you looking for a place to enjoy a few times a year with family and friends? Or is your goal to generate consistent rental income? Or maybe a mix of both? Your answer here will guide every part of the search, from location to budget to which buildings make sense. If it's going to be a full-time rental, we'll focus on buildings that are short-term rental friendly and attract high guest demand. If it's more of a personal escape, we'll prioritize privacy, quieter complexes, and comfort over rental demand. Now here's something many buyers overlook. Condo financing isn't the same as buying a single-family home. Most beachfront condos are considered non-warrantable by lenders. That usually means there's too high a concentration of rental units in the building, or the HOA reserves are too low. It doesn't make it a bad investment. It just means the loan process is different. You'll need a lender who understands the Destin market and is familiar with financing condos. I work with several excellent local lenders who can get you pre-approved quickly and help you avoid hiccups during closing. Expect to put down at least 20% of the purchase price. One last thing about the financing is that the most common term is a 7-1 arm. You typically cannot get a 30-year fixed loan like you can on a single-family home. But there are a lot of variables, and either I or one of the lenders I work with would be glad to explain this in more detail. Let's shift gears to one of the biggest factors in any condo purchase, the HOA fees. In Destin, these can vary widely. I've seen fees as low as $400 a month, and some even over $1,800 or more. A high fee isn't automatically a red flag. It depends on what's included. Some HOA fees cover water, trash, cable, internet, pool maintenance, pest control, and insurance on the building's exterior. Others might only cover the basics. Always ask for a breakdown of what's included and whether the HOA has reserves set aside for future repairs. And that brings us to special assessments. These are one-time fees that condo associations charge when there's not enough money in the reserves to cover a major repair, like a new roof, resurfaced pool, elevator upgrades, or concrete restoration. I've seen assessments run anywhere from a few $1,000s to over $30,000 per unit. I wouldn't necessarily worry too much about this because it is very uncommon, but it doesn't mean to skip your due diligence. Before you go under contract, ask whether there are any pending assessments or large projects planned for the near future. Speaking of repairs, Florida now requires milestone inspections for older buildings. If a condo is 3 stories or taller and more than 25 years old, and it's located within 3 miles of the coast, it must undergo a structural inspection by a licensed architect or engineer. The goal is to catch problems before they become dangerous or wildly expensive. If the building you're looking at qualifies, ask whether the milestone inspection has been done, what the results were, and how the HOA is responding to any recommendations. I have a full video coming soon that dives into this in more detail. Now let's shift to rental income, because I know that's a big reason most people buy beachfront condos. When you're looking at a unit, ask for rental projections from a local property management company. If it's already on a rental program, try to get actual income statements from the past 1 or 2 years. Just keep in mind that many owners use their condo themselves, so the income might not reflect full rental potential. I usually like to compare projections and actuals side by side to get a clearer picture. And while we're on this topic, ask about occupancy rates and seasonality. In Destin, the high season typically runs from March through August. Spring break, summer, and major holidays bring in the most traffic. But shoulder seasons, those months just before or after the peak, can still perform really well if the condo is marketed right. Something else that gets overlooked, insurance. Most buyers assume the HOA covers everything, but that's not the case. The HOA policy usually covers the building's exterior and common areas. You'll still need your own condo policy, often called an HO6, which covers the interior, your belongings, and liability. And if you're near the water, which includes all beachfront units, you may need additional wind or flood insurance. Your lender will require it, and it's smart protection regardless. Also think about property management. Are you planning to manage the condo yourself or hire a company? Some buildings allow self-management, others don't. If you go with a management company, you'll want to know their fee structure, what services they provide, and how they handle guest communication, cleaning, and emergencies. A good management company can make a huge difference in your experience as an owner. Just so you know, we do have a short-term property management company and can manage your condo for you, but it is in no way a requirement. However, any of our customers who purchase from us will receive a reduced management fee. Before I wrap up, let's talk about an exit strategy. Most people don't plan to sell their investment right away, but it's always good to know how liquid it will be. Some condos sell faster than others based on amenities, location, and rental history. If you buy in a desirable building that's well maintained and consistently rented, it'll be much easier to sell down the line if you ever decide to cash out or trade up. We also take a deeper dive into the profit and losses for our customers. I have developed an extremely detailed investor analysis spreadsheet that goes over all of the expenses and income for not only the first year, but also gives a 10-year projection. The 10-year projection shows you year after year how your investment should look based on historical numbers. After the 10th year, the spreadsheet shows you selling, includes all closing costs and realtor fees, then averages the appreciation throughout the 10 years to truly show you how your investment should look. Here's the bottom line. Buying a beachfront condo in Destin can be one of the best lifestyle and investment decisions you make, but only if you approach it with the right information. That's where I come in. I help buyers like you find condos that match your goals, protect your budget, and actually deliver the experience you're looking for. If you're ready to start the conversation, please visit DestinPropertyExpert.com or contact me directly by calling or texting at 850-830-4747. I'll help you find the right spot, connect you with trusted lenders, and ensure you don't encounter any surprises along the way. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you out, hit that like button or share it with someone who's dreaming about beachfront living in Destin. I'll see you in the next one.